Hello and welcome to Powerland's Webex Teams demo video. My name is Mario Quijada, a website and digital associate at Powerland. It is important to note that there are two ways to access Webex Teams. One is through the browser and the other is through a desktop application. You can download the desktop application once you have logged in for the first time through the browser. Let's get started. When you log in through the browser for the first time, you're greeted by a short tutorial that shows you where everything is, as you can see here on your screen. As you can see here along the left-hand side, there are various icons. These icons allow you to access the conversations, the teams, make phone calls, and view your meetings on a calendar. Down here at the bottom, you'll see the Try Webex Teams beta and the help. Now if you go to the very one to the top here, this will show your name, in this case Powerland Demo, and you can change your status. The status changes are do not disturb from 30 minutes up to a maximum of 24 hours. It also allows you to change the language. You can go into settings, and here under settings you can change your notifications and change how often you get them, when you get them, if you're offline, do you always just get messages, or do you get a daily summary? And under advanced, it allows you to access the accessibility options, which in this case is high contrast. It also allows you to change the view space and change your preferences. The Teams section here for the workspaces, this shows you all the conversations you have going on. So you can have general, a workspace you've created, in this case Powerland Demo Workspace, or conversation with a single person. It also allows you to connect to a device. Because there is an application, a desktop application, there is also other application, there are also versions of that application. So you can access this on your phone and even a tablet. To create a new conversation, you can click Contact a Person, enter in their email address or their name, and it will show up, such as, let's go Powerland Demo. So click on that, it creates that new Powerland Demo conversation. As you saw, the old one got overwritten. Now here under the conversation section, you can attach images, add GIFs, add emojis, and you can activate and deactivate this Markdown. Markdown is a markup language similar to HTML. So if you know Markdown, you can write exactly as you would in Markdown. Markdown header. As you can see here, it popped it up exactly as I had written it. I used the hashtag to signify a H1 header, and it printed the text as it would show normally in Markdown. And that's not just limited to the headers. You can do everything that you need here, with bold, italics, block quotes, using the links. And then when they click that, they'll get sent to the link. So that's what you can do in the conversation section. Now, Here under the conversation, you have settings on the conversation. You can edit the space settings. You can change the notifications on it so that you get notified when specific people respond to you. You can add integration. If you click add integration and bots, it will send you to the Webex applications center where you can view all the add-ons that they have. You can view the space policies. You can, if you're the administrator, I believe you can change the space policies from here. You can add people to the team, and you can moderate the space. Just like I mentioned earlier, where you said view the space policies. As the moderator right now, I can change the policies. And you can leave the space as well. Now that's not the only thing you can do. You can't just you can have single conversations with everybody going, but it's better to set up a whole group conversation for your team. So then we would need to create a workspace. To create that workspace, you click create a space, Powerland, demo, workspace. Two, you can add people, demo, bot 1, bot A, and then you hit create, and it will create the space. And you'll get something like this, where you've created the workspace. From here, you can click on this drop-down menu, and you'll see it brings up various options. You can go back to the messages, you can create meetings, you can use whiteboards, you can go to the file shared within that workspace, or you can view the schedule of that workspace. To view the schedule, you have to have it connected and set up by your administrator, and then it will connect it to your Office or Google Calendar. If you hit meetings, you will try and start a meeting right away. Here, you can choose the options. You can use a phone for audio. You can have do not connect audio. You can use your computer for audio. You can send and receive video. You can have no video. And when you hit start meeting, it'll create a meeting. And then as you can see here, the other person that is in the group has been invited to it. They have not accepted, so they are not in the meeting right now. From here, you can share your screen. You can mute yourself. If you have the video activated, you can mute the video. You can view the people, invite a guest to call, or move the call. You can also create a whiteboard while having the same video meeting going on. So let's just cancel out. Go back to it. And then we'll go to the whiteboard. From here to the whiteboard, as you can see, I've created an old one. If you just click on this button down here, and it will create a new whiteboard.
Here under the whiteboard section, we find all the tools that we need to draw and create designs. You can use the pencil tool to draw diagrams. You can use the eraser to remove sections of it, or use the undo button to completely remove everything that you've drawn. You can also use the upload button found on the bottom right hand corner to upload it into your discussion section.
There is one more thing that you can do here under the conversation sections, and that is when you're in a team, under schedule, you can schedule a meeting for a later time. You obviously need to have a Microsoft Outlook or a Google Calendar set up by the administrator for this to work. Otherwise, you will just be using the meeting button and that creates a Meet Now session. So it creates a meeting at that instant in time. Lastly, there is this file section here. This file section here, you can upload files or connect your files that you have on your Google Drive or on Outlook or on OneSpace. Now let's go on to the next sections. Here under the Teams section, you can view all the teams you are in or are currently moderating. Click on a team. You'll be able to add team moderators. Because I created the team, I'm a moderator. And I can add members to the teams as well. I can also create new spaces and view all the members of my teams. From the call section here, you can make calls using the numbers that you know from Webex, or view old calls that you have, or view any missed calls that you have had. Finally, here under the calendar section, you can view all your meetings in a calendar. Obviously, to have this view, you need to have the calendar service enabled by an administrator, which we don't currently have set up right now. It would also need to be connected to an account, an Office 365 account or a Google Calendar account.
And this has been our video for Cisco Webex. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more.